This week, we are going in depth, looking back on a crime that shocked Ohio. 10 years ago this week, 8 people were shot and killed while they slept in Pike County.
And even though it's been nearly 8 years since 4 suspects were arrested, one of them is still awaiting trial. NBC4's Delaney Ruth talked with the people involved in this case. She's been covering this for us all week as we look back. So what is happening that this is taking so long, Delaney?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long ride for this family. Now, 10 years ago, 7 members of the Roden family were killed, along with a woman engaged to one of the Rodens. In November 2018, 4 members of another family were arrested and charged with the murders, Billy and Angela Wagner and their sons George and Jake. Investigators say the killings were over a child custody dispute. Jake Wagner and victim Hannah Roden had a daughter together, but justice in this case has been slow. Jake and Angela Wagner pleaded guilty in 2021, and George Wagner IV went to trial in 2022 and was found guilty. They have all received their sentences for the killings, but Billy Wagner is still awaiting trial. That's because the state was pursuing the death penalty against Billy, but a judge dismissed that. Special prosecutor Angie Canepa says the state then appealed, hoping to reinstate the death penalty.
The 4th District Court of Appeals did come back with a decision reversing the judge's decision and reinstating the death specifications. But now the defendant, Billy, has a right to appeal that as well.
Mark Collins is one of Billy's defense attorneys. His team appealed the district court's decision to the Supreme Court of Ohio, asking the court to take the death penalty off the table once and for all. The Supreme Court now has to decide whether or not to hear Billy's case.
That's why the case is kind of in limbo right now, because we believe the judge had the authority to do that. The government disagreed, and so that's why the things are being appealed and everything's kind of frozen.
Canepa tells me the Ohio Supreme Court just received the request from Billy's defense team, so now it's a waiting game. Once a decision comes either way, a trial would likely begin soon.
We're going to be ready for trial, and we'll be prepared if there is a trial.
Obviously, we already, did try a case in this case. A lot of the evidence and presentation will be similar, but yes, absolutely, we are being as prepared as we can for when it does go forward.
Many people I spoke with say it's upsetting that the process has taken this long. Collins says even Billy is frustrated.
I know it's taken forever. However, sometimes these types of cases just go different paths, and you can't foresee it, and you just have to keep, you're doing your job and advocating for your client.
But Collins and Canepa say this is how the system works sometimes. Everyone involved is doing what they can to push the case forward.
We're hoping to get justice, finally for the victim's family, because I think every day that passes that this case remains unresolved just magnifies their grief.
Governor Mike DeWine was Ohio's Attorney General at the time of the murders and the arrests. He's been there every step of the way and says this case shows the overall perseverance of the Rodens, the investigators, and the state of Ohio.
These people, these murderers have been locked up now for, 8 years. They're going to stay locked up. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to get out. Justice has been done, and when the final trial, the results are back, justice will be done in that case as well.
As for when we'll hear from the Supreme Court on whether it will hear Billy Wagner's death penalty appeal, both sides tell me it's unknown. If the court decides not to take the case, then the death penalty stays on the table.
Thanks for watching. For more NBC4, download the NBC4 streaming app. You'll get free 24/7 local programming streamed straight to your living room. Just search NBC4 Columbus on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, or Samsung device.